Hi, my name's Jason Smith. Thank you for choosing to buy the Surprizeshop Grandstand. I'm going to talk you through how to assemble the stand. It comes in two boxes, and I've unpacked the two boxes and the contents are on the table. There are some printed instructions, but I'll talk you through, so it should be very easy for you to assemble your stand. In the first box, you've got the base unit already pre-assembled, which makes the job a lot easier, and all four corners you've got a lock-in caster. Also in the box you've got the top of the stand that sits on the top, you've got the instructions, you've got the bag of wooden dowels, a bag of metal cams. Cup doesn't come with it, but you have all the metal cam pins, and then we've got over stickers to cover the cam holes. That's what comes in box one. And box two you have the four slatted panels. So what we're going to do to start with is we're going to fit some of the cams pins into the base unit. There is 8 in total, and I'm using a cordless drill, and you just screw those in nice and slowly. Right, so what I've done is I've put in the 8 dowels now for the base unit, and that's all you have to do for the base unit. And you can now put that to one side, and we'll then focus on the slat wall panels. Right, now we're going to turn our attention to the four slat panels. The 4 of them are identical, so I'll show you how to do one, and we just need then to repeat that 4 times. So down one side here we've got 5 holes, and we're going to put the metal cam pin in each of those holes, and then in the top here there's a single hole, and we just put a wooden dowel in there, and then we'll come to the other hole in a minute. That's where a cam goes. So we repeat the process. So we're going to just put the 5 metal cam pins in down the side, and just take it slowly to get them started, and just make sure that they're in nice and vertically, and that will help to align up with the cams when we actually do the assembly. And then the last part of this is to get your bag of your cams. You just need 1 cam at the moment, and if I show you right in the camera, on the cam, top of the cam, it's across, and you need to have the arrow pointing. So my cam, the arrow is pointing this way, and it's pointing towards the hole, and what will happen is when we assemble, that will go into the hole, but it has to be going towards the arrow in the cam, and you just push that cam in. And that's it, that side is assembled. So what I'm going to do now, I'll just assemble, I'll do the same process for the other 3 sides, and then we'll show you how to assemble it. Right, just a quick tip. On these 4 slatted panels, you've got a brown side and you've got a finished side. Always hold them with the finished side down, because if you hold them with the finished side, the unfinished side, then the slats start sliding out, and it makes it a bit harder. And also, if they do slide out with the profile, they only go in one way. So make sure when you just put it in, you put it in the correct way. Follow how the other ones already are. Okay, so we are now ready for assembly. Right, we're now ready to assemble the 4 sets of slat walls. At this stage, we're not going to put the additional cams in on the front, because they can go in afterwards. So what you have to do is you have to line up the cam pins with the holes in the side, and you can knock those in. And then once you've done that, then you can get your cams. And what I would suggest at the moment, you just put a couple in. You put them in still with the pointed arrow pointed to the outside, and then they just push straight into the hole. I would put a couple in to start with, just get them lined up, and then with your screwdriver or your drill, then you just tighten those up, and then once they're in, then that can't come out, and then you can move on to the next side. All the sides are identical, so you just line those up again, and turn it back to front. And again, a couple of cams to lock them into position. And it's very, very important that you assemble these 4 sides like I'm doing it, and not trying to put them onto the base first, because you'll get the first 3 sides onto the base, but the last one won't go in. I'll sort that top one out in a second. And then the last one is a little bit more tricky, because you have to do 2 sets of pin alignment. So what I would suggest is you get the first one lined up first. You get those in. Which is a bit fiddly. And again, just put a couple cams in. And then what you're then left with is you just got to just stretch this out very, very carefully, and then line up these last set of cams. Like so. A couple more. Cams, and that's not going to come apart now. And then what I'll now do is I'll put the other missing cams in, and at the very beginning we put a cam in on the back side, so there is a cam just behind the sticker here, and that will, when I tighten that up, that'll close that up. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then come back and show you how to put the base on. part of the assembly now is we've got to put the top on the base. This is where I don't agree with the instructions. The instructions show put the top onto the base. I do it the other way round. So what I've done is I've now put the top on the floor upside down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to lift the base and then just drop it on, and it's a lot easier, I find, doing it this way than the other way. So literally lay it down on and drop it on like that, so that's all on. And then what we'll do is there's eight cams, remembering to put the arrow upwards, and we just put those in and tighten them up. We do that all the way round, and then that will be all your metal work that's supplied with the stand used up. And then all that remains to do after this is to turn this back right side up. So we turn it round onto its wheels, and we just need to then put the lid on and the round over stickers that cover these large cans that we're just putting in. Right, and that's it. That's assembled. So what we'll do is we'll move on to the next stage, and we'll turn it round. Okay, so what I've just done, and it's a little bit awkward to do it on your own. So two of us just flip this back up onto its wheel now, and all that remains to do is we need to put the top on. And earlier on we had the wooden dowels that are sitting, 4 dowels sitting around the top, and then the lid just slides on as so, and that's finished. And then the last thing to do, we've got the pack of stickers, and they just cover all the dowel holes. It's a quick job all the way round. So you've got 6 on each side. So you just go around and do all of those, and the stand is finished and ready to merchandise. Now we've got merchandise plans available, and the stand comes with all the hooks that you need. And if you follow the merchandising plan, then everything will fit perfectly, and you should, done correctly, you shouldn't have any stock that doesn't fit on the stand. Thanks for listening, and good luck with Surprizeshop. I hope it's very successful for you. We're carrying lots of stock, and what we would recommend is either you sending us a photo of each side once a month, and we can give you a provisional order to top your stand up, or you can print off your EPOS sales report off your EPOS system, and we can give you an order. And our contact details, if you wanted to give us a call, 01442 219 700, where you can speak to one of the team to give you any help, or email sales@golftogolf.co.uk. Good luck for the rest of the season. Thanks very much.